Hi, Steven here. I'm the creator and founder of Wolfe Pacific Studios, and I'm excited to show you the new updates for our new game, Exploratory. Exploratory is still in its early stages of development, and there's still a long ways to go. I'll describe the current vision for Exploratory. In Exploratory, players explore a post-apocalyptic world with your robot friend Robo, who helps you collect resources to build your base, protect yourself from enemies, and find out what happened to Earth. You could enlist the help of worker robots to help with menial tasks. You could discover lost technologies to help you travel to the most remote parts of the Earth. Our goal is to have the alpha version of this game finished by the end of summer, and we really want the game to be really great. And as you can tell now, a lot of the graphics are still very preliminary, and there'll be a lot of improvements coming up. So if you're interested in following along, please subscribe and like this video so more people will find it. And please leave any suggestions or comments in the comment section. So with that, welcome to Devlog number 4. In this video, I'll be going over the new logo, terrain updates, and more. Here's the old logo. It's just a little boring, and I think it's very amateur looking. And I know the logo is not the most important thing right now, but because I'm promoting this game through a lot of visuals, I think having a good looking logo is very important. So I opened up Blender, and one of the things I want to have in the game is a lot of copper elements. And I just think copper is such a cool material because it's used in building electronics. It just has really cool patina look. It has very old and rustic look to it. So I'm going with a copper or bronze antique look for the logo because I'm trying to find ways to make the logo more of a reflection of what the game's going to look and feel like. And I think having that old rustic copper look will really add to the game, since I want the robots to be kind of an old patina, almost a steampunk style, but not quite steampunk. So after fiddling with my custom shader in Blender, I was able to get a pretty good looking copper look. I'll probably improve on it in the future, but for now, this is what I was able to come up with. I'm pretty happy with it, but there is probably going to be another update or multiple updates in the future. Another thing I worked on this week was the procedural land generation, and here's a very zoomed out view. You can see a little tiny person there next to a tree. I want to make the game so you could zoom way out and look at your creations. Kind of like how Factorio is, or kind of how RimWorld is, where you could zoom way out and you could look at these magnificent creations that you've created, or you could open up other people's creations. And I really want it to be kind of like that, that type of feel, like Factorio or kind of like RimWorld. So here you could see kind of the zoomed out view of the world, and you can see I'm very far zoomed out and I'm exploring around. There's still a lot of tweaks I need to do to the lighting and to the tiles, to the trees. All the graphics will be updated in the future, but right now I'm just testing basically the performance of the game, and I was able to get fairly good performance. My computer is a pretty fast computer. I have a MacBook Pro 16-inch, and it has all the upgrades. So my computer is able to run it really well, but I need it to be able to run on any old computer and things like that. So maybe you won't be able to zoom out as far on an older computer. But right now, I was able to have about 10,000 objects in the scene before the frames per second dropped below 150 frames per second. So I still have some cushion. However, I'm a little bit nervous because I'll have a lot of pathfinding in the game, and it is an infinite procedurally generated world, so that'll come with all of the challenges that I'm very nervous and very apprehensive of facing in the future. But so far, I'm very happy with how the map is turning out. I'm very happy with how the world is starting to look. Of course, there'll be some upgrades, but I'm actually very pleased with the way it's looking so far. So just some minor improvements here and there, and I think I'll have a really good looking world eventually. So another thing I worked on this week was the basic character selection and character movement. You can see I can now drag and select individual units, or I could drag and select multiple units. I could tell each unit to go to its own location, and it has pathfinding, so it could avoid obstacles and things like that. I also added a ghosting feature, so if you go behind an object, you can still see your character, and you can see whether or not it's selected or not selected. And you can select multiple units and tell them where to go to different locations. The only thing is right now, with the current pathfinding setup, if I tell all the characters to move to the same location, they'll all stack on top of each other. And you can see that here. They all travel to this point here, and if I do it one more time, then all the characters stack on top of each other. So this is obviously something I'll need to fix right away, and that'll be coming up in hopefully the next video. So that concludes today's devlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll have a lot more updates in the future. There's still a long ways to go. I'll try to develop some sort of roadmap so you could have a better idea of what the vision of the game will be, and more of an idea of what the final game will actually look like. So stay tuned. Please like and subscribe and comment. I need a lot of help because this is a new channel. It's very hard to get any what YouTube calls reach, where YouTube will show the video to potential viewers. So if I get more likes and more comments and interaction, that should really help with the YouTube algorithm. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a great day. We're very excited to be working on this project, and we really hope that we could produce some really great content and a really great game for all of you to enjoy.